Hey guys, all right, so I'm gonna go through some overhead mobility stuff for you today, stuff that you can do at home right now since we have the time. I'm gonna suggest that you start by foam rolling or rolling out your pecs, your mid-back, and your lats, okay? I'm not gonna go through that because it's pretty straightforward. Your back and your lats, think of 10 passes, right? So up and back is 1 pass, think of 10, and then for your pecs, 30 seconds to a minute per side, a little bit longer if you notice you're really, really tight, especially with sitting all day. I would focus on a softball or a lacrosse ball in there, okay? So after you do that, you're gonna take your foam roller if you have one. If you don't have one at home, find a larger pillow or anything that you can kind of lean back on, okay? Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your foam roller like this. You're gonna kind of start at the lower part of your mid-back, keeping your butt on the ground. Feet can be flat or you can straighten out your legs, it's up to you. You're going to then reach back and work on extension. And you're gonna hold this for about 5 seconds or 5 breaths. Big breath in, all the way out. Okay, slowly come back up. Move that foam roller up a little bit, different spot, same kind of thing. Lean on back. Oh. If it's painful, you found the right spot. If you can't get your fingers or your hands to touch the ground, you know you're limited in extension in that spot. Slowly come back up. Try one more time. Roll a little bit higher. And then extend all the way back. Okay, and come on back up. If you want to do that for longer, you totally can. It's really, really good to work on thoracic extension, which is a huge limiting factor when it comes to improving your overhead mobility. Okay, next we're going to go for thoracic spine rotation. So you're going to get in tabletop here. You're going to sit back a little bit, almost in full child's pose. You're going to take one hand by your ear, and what you're going to do is you're going to bring that elbow to the wrist, and you're going to open up. And then you're going to repeat that 10 times. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch sides, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. You're going to come back up into tabletop position, and we're going to do some scap push-ups or shoulder blade push-ups. So your elbows are going to be locked, back's going to be nice and neutral. And all you're going to do, you're going to let that chest in forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then push away, and that's 1, okay? We're going to do 10, 2, really push into the ground, okay, really hard, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, okay? Next we're gonna do what I like to call Y's and W's. So you're gonna go face down, okay? If you're comfortable with it, face fully to the ground. Your arms are gonna be in a Y position, thumbs up, okay? And what you want to do, bring your shoulders down, so your shoulders are not up by your ears, right? Shoulders are down, and then all you're gonna do is you're gonna lift your thumbs up towards the ceiling. Doesn't have to be super high. I don't want you super high off the ground, okay? So, here we go. We're gonna do 10. Shoulders down, and you're gonna go 1, area. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you start spasming a little bit, like I just did, you're doing it right, okay? Now we're going to switch to W's. So your palms are going to be down. Same thing, face is going to be, you're going to be facing right down. Hands are going to levitate up a little bit, and you're going to bring it down into a W, okay? So we're going to do 10. Lift up, shoulders down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. You can do a couple more sets of those if you want, okay? But we're gonna move on. So if you have a band, great. If you don't, then use a towel, okay? I want you to try this face down. We're gonna do pullovers, right? So you're gonna grab a band with a towel, shoulder width apart or just a little bit wider. Again, your face is gonna be down, and you're gonna bring your arms back and forth, okay? If you are limited in flexibility, stop where you stop. Do not force it, okay? That's the whole point of mobility, is to gradually work on improving it. So do not force anything, all right? We're gonna do 10, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure your shoulders don't creep up, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Beautiful. And now, a little in between, what we're going to do is I'm going to get you just to sit in child's pose for 30 seconds to a minute. You should really feel like you're getting a stretch in here, so I want you to try and get your armpits to as close to the ground. You're pushing your armpits into the ground, actually getting a stretch in the lats more than the back, okay? Take 10 deep breaths here. Keep pushing those armpits down. 2 more breaths. Good. All right. Gonna come up. Now, this is really, really good if you have a chair, a bench, or something you can use, okay? So I'm gonna use this little box. And what you're gonna do, it's like a elevated child's pose of what we just did. So hands are gonna be here. And what you're gonna do is you're going to push into the chair or whatever you have, right? Okay, so you're gonna feel it activating here. You're gonna hold that for about 5 seconds. So push, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the exhale, sink, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up and push, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, sink, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep doing that. 4, 5, and sink, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on up, push, 2, 3, 4, 5, and sink, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, push, again, really feeling it in here, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, sink, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So any of those you can do as often or as long as you want, depending on how tight you are, okay? Now we're gonna move to some of the stability stuff for overhead. If you have a weight at home, great. If not, find something to use, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna start here in a seated position. I prefer a seated position for this. You're going to straighten that arm and just hold it for 30 to 45 seconds, okay? You notice my shoulders away from my ears, okay? It's not up like this. And I'm pushing through my lats here. So it's like I'm trying to bring my shoulder blade forward. Keep breathing, don't collapse, stay nice and tight. I've lost count, so bring it on down, and you're gonna switch to the other side. Same thing, right? Hold it up, shoulders away from my ears. I'm pushing through my lats, and I'm still breathing, right? Don't hold your breath. If you can't hold it for the whole 30 seconds, take breaks. That's totally fine. Eventually, you do want to be able to hold this weight above like this for 30 seconds. You see how I'm shaking? I'm a little fatigued. So my tiny rotator cuff muscles and shoulder stabilizing muscles have to work a bit harder, but it's a good thing. Good. Okay? So you can do that a couple times per side. We're gonna get a little bit of movement involved in here, okay? So if you have a lighter weight option, please use it. You don't wanna go too heavy for this as it's on the difficult end, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna push the weight up, okay? You're gonna hold it, and legs are nice and straight, and keeping this arm nice and straight, you're gonna sit up, okay? And then move it into an overhead position. And then you're slowly gonna come down. Up, 2, 3, 4, try and keep that rib hip connection, don't arch too much. 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm constantly pushing up towards the ceiling, right? 8, 2 more. 9, 1 more. 10. Okay, so while I'm doing that, you can start on the other side and do 10. You're constantly pushing up, okay? You never let that shoulder sag in, right? I'll do a couple more on this side with you guys. So pushing up. Okay, so once you've done 10 on both sides, I got one more stabilizing exercise for you. It's called the arm bar. I'm sure if any of you worked with me, we've kind of gone through it. So we're gonna do the left side. Right leg is down, left leg bent. Again, you're going to push that weight towards the ceiling the entire time. You're gonna take your right arm, you can kind of bend it to support the head, okay? And once you kind of feel like you're stable and locked in, while pushing up towards the ceiling, you're gonna roll over, bring that left leg as far over in rotation as you can, and just like that other hold, you're just gonna hold here, okay? This is called an arm bar. You can see I'm shaking already. That's normal. Constantly be pushing up towards the ceiling. Don't let that shoulder sink in, okay? 30 seconds again. Okay, and then just rotate back nice and slow. Grab your hand on the weight, bring it down, okay? We're gonna do the other side. So right arm, right knee bent, left leg straight. Push that weight up, constantly towards the ceiling. Left hand's gonna go support the head. You're gonna push and rotate yourself over, constantly pushing up. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. Hold for about 30 seconds. I don't know where we're at. All right. And then slowly rotate back. Grab your weight with your other hand and bring it down. Okay? All right, guys. So that's kind of what I have for you. That's stuff you can work on right now while at home. If you have any questions, just email me or message me and let me know what you think, okay? If you want any tips on anything else, just let me know and I'll put it together for you.